Every year you see some teams kind of rise and others maybe fall off the scene. One of the teams on the rise this year, NorthPointe Christian. In just their second year of playing football at the varsity level, the Mustangs are 6-1 and headed for the playoffs. Not bad. And the team is led by a former TV guy, a guy who used to do this, what I'm doing right now, talking about sports on TV, Tim Swart. Here's Inside Access.
5, 6.
They've gone from holding their first ever official practice to celebrating a playoff berth, all within the span of just 14 months.
You're a senior on this football team. Congratulations. You're going to the play.
Ice cold water on a frigid night. Never felt so good for NorthPointe Christian and head coach Tim Swart.
If I had time to sit back, just think about it, I got a smile on my face today. Wait, Matt for Redford. Go. Redford!
Before getting into coaching, Tim worked in the television industry, spending years as a sports anchor in cities like South Bend, Cincinnati, Detroit, and Grand Rapids.
I always thought about coaching football. I remember when I worked in South Bend, and I had a couple of times where I got to sit in the office with Lou Holtz. One time he got out on the whiteboard, showed me all the changes he was making to his defense for the bowl game. When I was in Cincinnati, I got to play golf with Dave and Don Shula. Okay. So I'm sitting there with Don Shula, and again, I'm picking his brain on all these things that are football.
So after getting out of the TV industry, Tim heard that NorthPointe was starting up a football program. And that's when he called athletic director Chad Curtis, who gave him the job despite having no experience.
I think some people would probably call it a recipe for failure, or at least really stumbling out of the block to grab somebody who really hasn't coached at this level. I think that what we were looking at was, okay, he's got the passion for it. He wants to put the time and the energy into it. Do we have people around him that know enough of how to run a program and how to do things that it's a good team of coaches?
I had to ramp up my knowledge, and I'm still learning. Look, I'm no dummy. I surround myself with pretty good people. We got my assistant coach and offensive coordinators in the Michigan Football Coaches Hall of Fame.
That would be John Butler, a former head coach who's been a part of state championship staffs and a well-respected coach in West Michigan for years.
I said, John, I need a coaching mentor. Would you do this?
Also on staff is Dennis Valkier, who spent years at Lowell and Christian High School. And as for Curtis, his background isn't in football, but he did hit a walk-off home run in the World Series a decade ago. And with the help of some former Yankee teammates, he put together the impressive weight room at NorthPointe.
It's really, in a lot of ways, it's more fulfilling than what I did for myself out on a baseball field. You know, to be able to say, here's a recipe for goal achievement, and that's what I really like to stress. I mean, I'm a somewhat gifted athlete who really had a goal that I committed to, and to be able to grab those kids and say, look, here's the pathway to goal achievement, and to see them start to do that, that's very fulfilling for me. Like I said, even maybe more so than doing it myself.
So that recipe for disaster for NorthPointe has turned out quite well with a 6-1 record, but they do close out the game with close out the season with a couple of tough games against Cologne and Climax Scots, a couple of teams that NorthPointe lost to last season.